Hello and welcome. I am here. Let's see if we got any friends yet. Anyway, I am here because everybody is doing this, and I had to too, of course, to give you my opinion on the 2025 reveals. I'll do it a little differently, as I tend to do with everything. I'm going to rank it, and so what we're going to do is we're going to go through each one, and I'll give you in the order that they were. I was excited by them, and we'll just talk about a couple other things. Talk about whatever's going on in the GI Joe world. Of course, I don't do this often. I don't live stream much. Done it like 3 times. Hey, welcome, out of shelf space, Robert Weinland. Thanks for coming. Anyway, yeah. So let's make it a conversation. Love to hear what you thought, um, and we can start getting into it, I guess. So first, I want to just say that, damn, that was way better than Yojo June, right? All right, Blitz, yeah, we will rank it definitely. So a lot better than Yojo June, that is for sure. The Yojo June that wasn't. Oh, nice, Mike. Good to see you again. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing more of these. Tell me if you want me to. I don't know. I'm new to it, so I'm probably gonna get some people on with me. Maybe talk to a couple people. Yeah, there was some great stuff. Maybe get some people on. Maybe interview people. Who knows, or just talk for fun. Every once in a while, or maybe try to even do it regularly. So I'm kind of figuring it out. So bear with me here. As you can see, my own shelves here are a little barren right now. That is because my kids and I took all of the stuff down, and we had a massive war. Um, and with all the GI Joes, and as a result, I did not have time to put them back on the shelf yet. So yeah, well, thanks for coming. Anyway, yeah, thanks. Yes, yeah, it was he right. It was a yo-yo July and a no-show June. Yeah, pretty much made up for the horrible June that we had, right? Nice, thanks. And one thing I'm going to say is, really was great. Really overall, I'm pretty blown away, and makes me really excited. I did make a video on like ranking what I thought was like the greatest year of GI Joe classified so far of the 6 years. What I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you folks think? You think greatest? This is the greatest year. My take is this current year is the greatest year. And a couple people said to me, this is before we had the SDCC reveals. And is that a hot take? I don't know if it's a hot take. um, I think it's a great year where we have nothing. I'll admit. Okay, it's a great in theory because we have literally nothing in hand except for I did get this. I did get a couple pickups, and this is the one thing just came in the mail. Finally, I love it when you order from Hasbro Pulse. It's great. You can order right from the company, and then 6 months after everybody has it, you get it. It's really good. It's great system that they've got there. So don't have Crystal Ball. I've seen 25 reviews on Crystal Ball. I don't know why I buy from Hasbro Direct. Does anybody figure that out? Why you would buy from Hasbro Direct when you can clearly get it from everywhere else months before? I don't even know. Yeah, welcome, Alex, Cal. Thanks for coming. Anyway, yeah, it has taken so long. Robert says it has taken so long to get things. I don't even remember what all came up. I have a list of things coming to me in my Hasbro Pulse queue, and the list is just I'm like, when? And then they keep telling me September, like September. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I don't know, anybody else get the claw? Pretty amazing. It is huge, much bigger. It feels much larger. If I had my little one around here, I would show you. But I actually do think it's much bigger, which is funny because it's like you can't land. At least they did put a good landing gear on this. You're going to see, right? They put some good actual. I always thought like if you land on the claw, right, you are ripping your kneecaps off if you just do not, or you're breaking your legs. And there's no way, like in the comic book, Scarlet lands down like this, right? Trying to save Snake Eyes in issue 21. and I think you break your legs. But they did put these nice little. They actually put these nice things to help you stand. So those could like land down like that and hit the ground maybe, and that keeps you from breaking your legs. But this thing feels like it would be 500 pounds easy. And yeah, you're right. The helmets don't stand on at all. That's why hers is gone, right? You get three heads with the helmet, which is nice. Two female heads, one white, one black, and then this one, but this to me made the most sense because if you're flying in this thing, you don't want bugs in your eyes. So I put this. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate that. Uh, Thanks. I'm gonna put that. Is that obnoxious to show that? Yeah. Here's another pickup that I got. It has nothing to do with GI Joe. I'm just gonna show you anyway. And just because I just did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, mythology of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then doing that, I did a lot of research, and nobody cared. Nobody apparently GI Joe fans are not into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because it was my lowest viewed mythology video. And I'm not bitter about it. But anyway, I had to get this. Maybe some of you appreciate this. It is a legitimately a cheese shredder. It is a shredder, cheese shredder. That is, I could not resist that thing. I mean, it's officially licensed and everything. It's got a nice little shredder head sculpt. So yeah, pretty excited about that one. Anyway, is anybody a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan out there? I was like, I mean, I was kind of into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is a topic that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I was, of course, older because they came out in '87, so they just started to come out when I was, in high school or right about going into high school. And I was never as big into them as GI Joe or Transformers or anything like that, but I was pretty great. So anyway, thanks. Yeah, please do. All right. So I guess, yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. Appreciate it. And yeah, the retailers get it before Hasbro Pulse, which is it's a weird thing. I don't understand that. I don't understand. There's guys who do a lot of people, they do the reviews and they've got them like months before I'll get mine. Like I think I saw a Crystal Ball review 2 months ago and I'm going to get mine in September. Figure that one out. So, yes. Shredder. Yes. That's pretty much a shredder. Yeah. I mean, come on. How can you resist that? I'm not even like I said, biggest Teenage Mutant Turtles fan in the world or anything, but I appreciate them. And I just had to. It's incredible. Not a ninja guy, huh? No, come on. No ninjas. I am a ninja guy. I got to admit. I will admit as well that GI Joe ninjas you out at some point, circa 1993. There was a point where I was like, all right, especially the Ninja Force vehicles, but they had the stupid ass one that like swung around, had like you stood on it and it rode into battle. You're standing, which is stupid, just very bad idea. And it has like a swinging axe that spun around. What are you going to do to that? I mean, you're going to get blown up by bazooka. You're immediately and the first thing that happens is the driver gets shot. So, TMNT was a great cartoon. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, one of the really fun. It was really fun, and it lasted the longest. I wish GI Joe had gone on as many years as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think that would have been the thing to do. They should have done that. Instead, they gave it to Deke. Deke killed it because Deke is horrible. So the Deke show is absolute dog shit. So anyway, I guess we can get into this, right? Let's see. And let me know what you thought. All right. So this is we're going from the bottom. So anytime we do rankings, which I do a lot of rankings. It's fun. It's a good, fun way to take things on. One of the things is at the bottom, we're going to have the fails. All right. And we're going to have the least of it. There's not really anything bad here, though. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm pretty much a fan of everything they offered. So my Deke stream was amazing. It was not amazing. My Deke stream. So this is referring to my second stream of all time. This is only my fourth or something. Was I tried to stream watching the Deke cartoon, the Drugs Are Bad episode, and within 20 minutes they shut me down and they turned the video off. and the only way they allowed me to do it was to delete the video from the stream. And so then we tried to watch it, and it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. I did then review it and watch it, and it is horrible. It is a really bad cartoon, and very fun. But anyway, let's get into it. So here's what I'm gonna put at the bottom of the list, and this is not and this would be the Cold Slither. Now, the Cold Slither box set is amazing. It was probably one of the greatest. I think it's really fun. I think their launch of the Cold Slither was an absolute incredible launch. I mean, they had a band, records, music videos, amazing. But it sold out in 30 seconds. So if you wanted to get the damn thing, I did get mine, by the way. Did anybody else get a Cold Slither box set? I was right on there at 12, and literally at 12, I hit the button. And then at 12:02, there was like a fuck up. So at 12:02, I hit the button again. It was sold out. I was like, oh, I can't believe it. But I had gotten one. So I got my Cold Slither set. It's coming in the mail. And someday, probably September, I guess, or never, because it's fucking Hasbro. But come on. Why can't they master the art of figuring out how to order the amount of shit that is going to sell? Like, how the fuck are they going to do that? Can't they figure that out? Yeah, true. Can't put it in a mic and a mic stand. Yeah, I mean, it feels like, and they say it's like priced out. Add $2, dude. Add $1. I don't care if I'm spending $125 on it. I'll spend $126. I do not care. Honestly, they could have got me on $150 on that stupid thing, because I just expect them to overprice us. Yeah, nice cheese shredder. Yeah, right. It is. Yeah. Seriously, this is a masterpiece. Anyway, it's meant to be exclusive, not a mass market item. Yeah, but like, why are they always so off in how many we would want? Like, I feel like they could have. I feel like they get it wrong every time. Like, with the exception of the Stinger, which is like, no, for some reason they mass produce millions of the Stinger, and it's on sale everywhere, and you can get one anywhere you go. You can get a Stinger. You can't get anything else you want. You can't get dial tone. You can't get the Range Viper. You can't get Crystal Ball. You can't get anything, but you can get the Stinger. It's the only time they overproduced. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, nice. Well, whoops. Sorry. You're a fan of the Turtles? Yeah, Turtles are pretty great. Turtles are pretty great. I think they're pretty great. Okay. 49er Brian says, I'm not funding the slow cat. Hate on me. It's okay. All right. Well, we could go there too. All right. So this was my first thing to talk about, was the Cold Slither. Again, I love it. I think the set's great. It's awesome. The fact that they botched how many to produce really sucks. And the fact they keep doing it, and we keep missing on things. Let's talk about the Snowcat next. So the Snowcat. Yeah, I think this. Okay, so, and we have, I'm not funding the slow cat. Hang on me. All right, I released a video where I talked about it, and I got a lot of people very angry with me. I wasn't trying to be aggressively negative. I don't hate it. I want it. I think they did a good job on it, but I also I'm not going to blow smoke up their ass and say everything's great all the time. Like, sometimes they do stuff that I think is off. And I just don't see why. Even though I think they made it worth $325, kinda, by making it bigger, by putting in the making it a troop carrier, kind of. It's not really a troop carrier, and we talk about that, but it's not. And a bit of a whack, whatever. The lights, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I'm surely I want one. Mostly because I want a Snowcat, and if they're gonna have a Snowcat in the line, I'm gonna get it. But I resent that it's we get one of these a year, okay, right? So if we get one of these a year, and they're doing the snowcat this year, that means it's going to be like 20 years before we get a warthog or a killer whale or I mean, or never. Basically it means we're never getting those things where this feels like it could have been retail and just feels go the direction of retail. I mean, I understand like one of the things they said about it was, I think, saw Lenny talking about it on the floor at SDCC. You can see he's getting a little defensive about it. He's like, it's big, it's really big. But the idea is like if you have two people in the cockpit, so it just has to be really wide. Okay, whatever. Mike says, never been into Arctic Joe's because my state really gets snow. Yeah, I live in New England, so I mean I'm getting snow all the time here, and I absolutely but you don't play in the snow anyway. But yeah, I'm used to the snow. So anyway, so let's get So that's my take is I made a video saying why is the funding so slow, and a lot of folks said it's not going to age well. It's aging pretty well because it's really finding slow now. I mean it's going up like maybe 700, 800 in 2 weeks, and it'll probably cross the finish line. But I don't know. Wait, what? It's going to take gridiron add-ons to make the snowcat tits. Why would a snowcat have tits? I don't know what that means, but I like the way you're thinking there. So don't even know what that's about. Yeah, that's true. Anyway. Okay, let's get into. Should we get into the reveals and what do you all think? So first thing to think about is let's talk about the render reveals because obviously it's I don't know. We all want they make that the fourth tier. The fourth tier should be snowcat tits. I don't know what that means, but I think maybe you cross 14,000 and all tiers will just pass as soon as you put tits on it. Yeah. I get it now. I'm getting a tits reference now. It's like putting tits on a pig, or is that a statement? I don't think is that a saying? Putting tits on a pig? I don't think so. Lipstick on a pig. That's my head is where you put the tits on a pig. Better than lipstick. I don't think it's a pig. I think it's a lovely little piece of equipment here. It just is. I would have taken a lot of other things that needed to be HasLab and had this occupy that $150 range of vehicle that apparently doesn't exist. So, yeah. Do you think it will get to 14K? It's not looking good, honestly. It really is not looking good. So I'm not sure that it will get to 14K. I think it will definitely get to 8. Oh, there you go. That's it. It's not tits on a pig, it's tits on a bull. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Oh, this is a good point here. Right. Did you see the Star Wars HasLab, the gunship for $450? You can buy an old phone for yeah, that Star Wars gunship, like, just it goes to show you again, they can do bigger stuff. I mean, I think I would pay $450 for, a slightly bigger vehicle. I'd be up for that. But Big J says can't get the van. Yeah, I had to get mine on eBay for like twice the cost, so it pissed me off. That drove me absolutely insane. Again, they can't figure out how many of us there are and how many of us are going to buy it, and so they always order the wrong amount. They produce the wrong amount, and then all of a sudden you see, you got to pay for it on eBay. So yeah, all HasLabs are overpriced. It's a premium offering. They're all overpriced. I mean, everything's overpriced, honestly. Most of it's all overpriced, So I don't know. Okay, you say hope the Slowcat doesn't fund. Oh, come on, really? I hope it funds. Although I understand on one hand, I would say, I hope it funds because I want it to exist. This is the choice they made. The only thing I would say is not wanting to fund is to teach them a lesson. What I'm really hoping is that the lesson they learn is not the wrong lesson. Yeah, Rhode Island Hot Wieners, that's it, right? Yeah. This is my Hot Weiners shirt from you Rhode Islander as well, Jeff. I was referring to this. So if you're not from Rhode Island, basically what this means is we have this thing called Hot Wieners. Okay, and this is what my shirt is. It's a Hot Wiener shirt. All right, and what happens is you have a hairy dude, right? A real hairy guy, and he would have like line up his arms with these things called hot wieners. And what they are is they're like the lowest grade hot dog imaginable. They're called soggies, and it's like if hot dogs are lips and assholes, they like save the lips for good hot dogs. So these are like all asshole, right? And then what they do is they top them with celery salt, mustard, and little onions and this meat sauce. It's like sauced meat. It's just like it's good. Nobody cares about this. I'm gonna go back to talking about GI Joe. Okay, I'm gonna leave you, me, and Jeff. All right. So let's talk about. Okay, so let's see. Yes, they should. This is a good point. They should just make extra so we get some, and the scalpers don't get fed. Yeah, definitely. Yes, that is Serpentor, and that was another one. Couldn't get it. Almost impossible to get. And as a result, like a jackass, because I couldn't let it go, I had to spend like $200 on the stupid thing. Twice as much what it went for in retail. This is probably one of the best things they've ever done, by the way. This figure is unbelievable. He's about 1.5 feet taller than every other figure, except for Nemesis Immortal. He's like he towers over everybody. So it's pretty great. More wiener talk, yes. More wiener talk. Anyway, to talk about the wieners a little more, the meat sauce is really good. And they're delicious. All right, if you ever go to Rhode Island, they're delicious, but like, be wary that you are eating the world's lowest grade hot dog. So that is like bottom hot glizzy. Yeah, pretty much all the way. You call it all the way too. That's what you got. Like you got to get it all the way, and that's with the meat sauce, and and just like it's liquid, like liquid meat. It's like it's weird. It's gross. Kind of good, but anyway. So anyway, let's get into the render reveals. This is I think all of these are pretty exciting. And I'm gonna go with for the last exciting one, Big Lob. All right. I like Big Lob because he's fun, and we never really had a good Big Lob. So that's kind of fun that we're finally getting a good Big Lob. My hope is he is going to be really, really tall. Oh, and speaking of tall, Jay Combs says, what kind of 6-inch are we talking about? Again, the wieners. Maybe you got a 7-incher if you're that's like this Serpentor is more like a 7-incher. So there you go. Anyway, Robert, is that you saying easy pass for you? Is this Big Lob a pass? Yeah, he's like for me. It's like it's a little bit of a nostalgia bait in that way because you're remembering a character you never had. So it's like they're trying to go to this nostalgia. Well, we never got Big Lob. We never got one unless you got one of the collectors clubs. So this is the collectors club Big Lob, and gives us a sense of what he might look like. Maybe he's going to come with that grenade launcher. That should be pretty great. Is he from the comic or the show? He is actually from the movie. So he's from G.I. Joe, the movie. He shows up. I think that's the only place he's ever shown up, if I'm not mistaken. Unless she might have shown up in like the really bad IDW comics, like with the one in the middle where they brought in, that really horrible writer who made it everything like really silly. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, they're gonna make him long and big and like lanky. And hello, and say hi.
Hello.
My daughter is joining me to say hello. Her name is Scarlett, right?
Yes.
How do you feel about being named after a G.I. Joe character?
Proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get a crossbow? You get a crossbow yet for your birthday?
I don't know.
Do you want a real one?
Yeah.
You can kill. Your crossbow. I'm gonna get a crossbow for when boys come around. Shoot them. Anyway, she just came in to say hello. So everybody says hi. Say hi.
Hello.
Anyway, we're talking about G.I. Joe right now. Yeah. We were playing G.I. Joe today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you having a big battle?
I've already got 2 comments. I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. There you go, Scarlet. There we go. Yep. So she is officially named after the G.I. Joe character. I have 2 other boys, Snake Eyes and the Storm Shadow. No, I'm kidding. Their names are Max and Tucker. Yeah. They're not
I
named
am
after
a very proud Scarlet.
Yes.
There are a couple other, like, there's like one other Scarlet. She's really like.
Are you talking shit about other like elementary school kids on
No,
live stream?
I'm just saying I'm just saying she burps in my face.
Oh, here's a good comment here, Scarlett.
I have too many daughters. I have
too many daughters.
with...
5 daughters, 1 with the X, and 4 current. That's a lot. That's a lot of daughters. Yeah.
That?
You're a busy man. You're a busy man.
I'm proud of you. Must be hard.
Oh yeah, here we go. Another Scarlett. Hi, Scarlett. Another G.I. Joe fan. Awesome. Yes. We played all day, right? We played with G.I. Joes. You had battles.
Yeah, but I had to make my bed because yesterday I put a chair on my brother's bed. Stuff. I have a bunk bed, and stuff kept falling like from my bed onto Tucker's bed.
Yeah.
And Tucker kept throwing it up there. So as a joke, I put.
Oh yeah, Scarlett, Yo Joe. All right.
I put a full like chair on, like I put like a coffee table.
Oh, this guy's okay. Here we go. Rob says, "I'm stacked with sons. They don't care at all about Joes." Yeah, you know, we all like play with Joes, but like I think they they play with them in basically they make up their own stories, you know.
I'm gonna grab something. I need something.
All right, bye. Okay.
I'm gonna be back.
Oh, wait. All right. So let's go back to it. Big Lob. Not that exciting. Kind of exciting. Thank you. Okay. Iceberg. All right. Iceberg will be second. And now Iceberg was, of course, somebody we want. Would they notice they spelled Iceberg wrong? Iceberg is somebody they want. I would want. But Iceberg was always disappointing because he just had that one gun. You know. There we go. Oh, she's got a Scarlet with her.
This is my favorite one. I think it's the first one my dad got. I'm not.
It's the second. That's from the movie. This is from the very not that great movie Scarlet, but this is a good quality Scarlet, I will say. I don't know if anybody. I didn't buy many of the Snake Eyes Origins movies, but this is nice because it's Samara Weaving's face.
I just
good.
I don't say Scarlet. I don't call her Scarlet. I say, hey, does anyone know where the me is?
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna talk G.I. Joe now, okay?
Okay. Can I just stand there and stare in their soul?
That would be weird. I think you should go to bed. It's like almost 10 o'clock at night.
I want to see. I want to see.
Go to bed. Bye. All right. So Frostbite. Yeah. How are you guys feeling about Frostbite?
You deserve her.
Well, yeah, there's a good 5 daughters. That guy needs a night creeper crossbow. It's true. That Scarlet figure is very good, actually. Yes. A couple of these figures are okay, even though the Snake Eyes Origins movie is not good. I did like the this head sculpt is great. It's probably might be the best head sculpt of Scarlet, in fact. And I also love the crossbow was better. It's just got a nice little design to it. Big Samara Weaving fan. So thank you. She's hilarious. Yes, she is. She's a character. Anyway, thanks a lot. We got a lot of nice comments. Of course, no, she needs to go to bed.
Can I get one thing?
Yes, you said lots of nice comments. Now go to bed.
My daughter's
Tell her to go to bed, please.
I only do what they say.
No, go to bed, please. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, frostbite. Well, I'm sorry. If they're gonna do iceberg, one thing they gotta do him better than he was originally done. I mean that gun he's just lacking. So maybe they can do something like this. This is like I believe the Collectors Club or an exclusive version. All right. Did anybody get this one? I never quite got it. And hopefully they're gonna do him up. Now he comes with his snowboard with what is that? Is that for like? Do you know what? Yeah, I should lock my door. That is a good point. Is that snowboard? What is the theory on that snowboard? Is he parachuting with that snowboard and using it to like fly through the air or something? What is the thing? It's got wings. Is that a thing? Does anybody know about that? I don't know. Yes, Scarlet did storm the stream. You were right. Big J never read the comics. Come on. Okay. Yeah, you got to read the comics. That they're amazing. By the way, there are illegal websites where you can read all of the comics you want, and but they will give you computer viruses as bad as a virus at a Dreadnought party. You are going to get a computer virus. However, so watch out for that. Anyway, is she funnier than Dad? Probably. Yeah, that's probably true. But yeah. So snowboard comes with, okay, what is that? Come with an air. It looks like it has an airbag. I imagine it's a parachute, right? What is that thing? I have no idea. But what the heck? What they also could have done with maybe with Iceberg was they could actually get him with a whale, a killer whale, right? Because there's a weird episode where he becomes a killer whale. Go to bed. Go to bed. Okay. So yeah. So okay. Just join. What the hell is this Steeler no Mobat bullshit? Well, the good news is, Jamie, you can get a Mobat from from what is it? Ramen Toys right now. So you can go in and you can get a Mobat for like $200. You can take the top off of it and you can make it a Wolverine. Take the top off of it and you can make yourself a bridge layer. So there you go. If you want them, you can get them. So maybe I'm thinking the reason why they just gave up on the Mobat is because if they're going to do it all as a HasLab, they're never going to get a Mobat. They're going to go to MBT Mauler or something else. And so it's, we're just never going to get one. And then this company just put out one basically because it's essentially a tank. So yeah, Ramen scared Hasbro. Maybe they just said, this feels like they seeded it. They're like, you know what, you do that, you do you make the tank everybody wants, and we'll just get you a Steeler to include with that tank. Now, do I want to spend $200 on a ramen tank? I'm not sure I do. But maybe. Has anyone gotten one yet? Oh, you did. You ordered it and the Wolverine accessory. Nice. Okay. Because then you got to get like 3 of them, really. So, I heard about that. Is there a chance a link? I could probably put one in there in the bottom after this. Yeah, and I'm sure with Ramen Toys. Look up Ramen Toys. They do a lot of things. They actually do some really interesting stuff. They also put a van together. That's very cool. I was considering getting one of their vans because they got this like white serial killer van that you can buy, and it would make a good serial killer van. You can actually put it makes a good Punisher van. You could put the A-Team like coloring on it, and you could get an A-Team van. And then what I was thinking about doing is getting the white one and putting a Cold Slither logo, and then you get a Cold Slither like van so that the band can go to gigs. So anyway, so yeah, I would say Ramen Toys. Look it up. We have a couple people who said they have actually ordered them. So anyway. You say the Snowcat is having trouble funding. I can't imagine the Mobat would fare much better. You'd really have to do up the Mobat because now what makes the his tank work, because the original his tank was only like, was really a big brick. I mean, right? It was like, that was amazing, but it was just more like what your imagination did with it and the design of it. Basically a brick. There was not that much to it. And Brian says I have the van and the Ramen Racer. Ramen Racer is also amazing. It's like a really nice car. So yeah, they're expensive, but it's one of those things because it's like not Hasbro. It's like a boutique company. It's a little company. They're making this stuff, so you kind of feel a little justified giving them a good amount of money. So. But anyway, so okay. Oh, Ramen is on the Big Bad Toy Store. So yeah, thanks. You can check it out on the Big Bad Toy Store. We get that free. Okay, so I would definitely consider it. But anyway, so Iceberg's pretty exciting. So yeah, we knew he had to be coming, right? Okay. Next in line here for me is the Night Viper. And the only reason why I wouldn't put this at the top of these render reveals was they've been talking about it for so long. It wasn't a surprise. We kind of knew we were getting a Night Viper, but man, the Night Viper's got to be one of the coolest Vipers ever, right? It's just so amazing. Just one of the coolest looking things. Yeah. Robert, I say Mauler. Yeah. If they're going to do a tank, they're going to do the Mauler. I think the Mauler's better than the Mobat, because you can fit more people. It feels like there's more to do inside, and it's like a little bit bigger. The Mobat's great, but it's like really you get the one place for Steeler to hang out where he's going to get shot, and then they said but they could change it. They could change it up the way they did with the his tank. They changed his tank radically and made it awesome. So they could do the same with the Mauler. Which is, I guess, the argument a lot of people defending the Snowcat is like, well, that's what they did with the his tank. I just don't agree that it like is as easily made awesome by making it bigger and like fitting people in it. Like that troop carrier bullshit and the new Snowcat is worthless because you got to take the missiles off, and now it's a missile. It lacking its missiles, it's not a Snowcat anymore. Any thoughts on like what they should do? Short Fuse was your first figure. Mine too. That is actually my first figure. That's why he's going to go way higher on the list here. It was actually my absolute first figure. My second was Snake Eyes, but and I had no idea what a mortar was or what you did with it. And I think I used it as a jetpack or something. He's not the most exciting figure of all time, but he's still pretty great. But I do have affection for him. Yeah. Please, for the love of God, retire the weapons from the alley Viper. They will not. They actually keep inserting them, right? So that I think there's one coming with like everything they offered right now. I feel like there's one coming with the Ghost Viper, and there's one coming with the Scorpion guy. So anyway, oh god, Night Viper will probably be a stupid Walmart exclusive that terrifies me because I still don't have a range Viper, which pisses me off. That really pisses me off. But yeah, so the Night Viper, there's so many things they could do with the Night Viper. So many things you could come with. I mean, like this is kind of pulling this out. We can get this is probably a preview of what they will do, and I think he could look really, really fantastic. And then there's also this option. I remember the Jungle Viper. It's basically the same thing. He is a Night Viper. You could deluxe the Night Viper up the way they did with the Scorpion, soldier. And then you have this thing, which was this is one of the best things they ever did. Like this Pursuit of Cobra Night Viper. He just has this ghillie suit like weird thing that and this just a crazy ass gun. It just was awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Next in line here, I'm excited about is Hit and Run. One of my favorites, absolutely. One of the best. One of the coolest, and then really loving what they can do with somebody like Hit and Run. I mean, come on, you could have maybe the bag can, their name only releases is not very exciting, so that's why they're down. right? They're just name only releases, but we know we're getting them, which is good. I mean, we still don't know we're getting Flash for some reason. We still don't have it. But man, I'm excited. Are those wings? Actually, you know what's funny is this was referring to the jungle viper. No, it's like a ghillie suit kind of thing. It's like so he can hide out in the jungle. But they did use it to create the raptor from the same era. And so they gave him like a more substantial. They sort of repurposed them as wings, and it wasn't. So I think it works better as a ghillie suit. I don't think it works as wings. Hey, Michael, how are you? Yeah, so it was a ghillie suit, definitely. It was amazing though. It was like very cool and really awesome the way it functioned. And it was very sturdy, and it's really good. So yeah, hit and run though, man. Hit and run is going to be one of the best. Now I don't think they've done a hit and run that like blew me away since the original hit and run, but that original figure is absolutely perfect. So I'm just hoping they do them up with really maybe figure out some sort of mechanism, make that his like grappling hook backpack work really well. Hopefully they're gonna give you like a long string. I feel like whenever they give you a fucking string, it's like 6 inches of string. You can't do anything with it. It's lame. Okay, but anyway. And the final, my top. This is my number one render reveal is Lifeline. I'm so excited for the Lifeline. One of the things I really can't wait for with Lifeline is to see what they do with him. Hopefully they're gonna go deluxe on him, because I think you really need like the doc was pretty good and the original Lifeline's pretty decent, but I really think you could go crazy and giving us a lot of medical supplies. So I would like to see him be deluxe. Like this version here, and this version here has all kinds of crazy stuff on it, and you could have a lot of fun with that. So yes, these were all revealed. Yes, you fully followed. I have followed it. Yeah, I followed everything. Well, mostly just means I watched the Full Force podcast, or I was on Travis Moody's, Instagram, and so they really covered it well. Travis Moody was there. Full Force covers everything the best, so always checking them out. So yes, Lifeline is going to come with a pistol, even though he's a pacifist. He's always going to come with. I hope they continue the process of giving the man a pistol, even though he wouldn't use it. And the cartoon Lifeline is a wuss. Yeah, so in the comic book, he's kind of a badass because he does Aikido, just like the Steven Seagal martial arts. And there's this part where he fights Horror Show from the October Guard, and he just kicks the shit out of him, but like actually makes him kick the shit out of himself, right? He just sort of like uses his force against them, and Horror Show's like smacking in the walls and everything. It's pretty great. It's actually a really great thing, and that's something I used to adopt. So if you read all the comics, that's a part of the lore and the comics more. So yeah, pretty great. So okay, those are the reveals. Let's talk about the actual figures now. A CPR doll. That would be a weird one. Yeah. It could come with a CPR doll. That'd be kind of creepy. I would see that repurposed in some very many disturbing ways eventually. So, let's see. What comic number is it? I believe I don't remember. I feel like it might be a Special Missions episode. I don't even think it might not even be mainline. It might be the Special Missions. Does anybody remember? Yeah, I believe it's Special Missions, but something with the October Guard. He kicks the crap out of them. It's pretty great. Okay, so let's go into the reveals. Now, this one isn't a reveal. So this is not the reveal. Oh, here we got a question here. Michael, do you like the modern remakes of Eagle Force at all? Yeah, you're gonna notice I got the Eagle Force castle, which I dug out of my garage a couple months ago, and it's like a prized possession for me. I love the way that thing looks. They don't look like Eagle Force, right? They look really different, and I believe they're 3 3/4. So not particularly into them. they don't feel like Eagle Force. They feel like a new thing, and that's fine. I'm not currently like really into 3 3/4 inch. I'm buying a couple here. I bought Raymar over there. Buying a couple of the Super 7, Reaction Plus things, but I'm not really buying. Yeah, Robert says Head says it was a special missions. I really think it was a special missions. I actually talked about it in a recent video too, but I don't remember which video it was, so I'm pretty lost. Oh, I think it was. Yeah, I don't remember. But sorry. Well, Special Missions 4, someone says. So maybe that's it. Okay. Sounds good. That sounds good. Okay. Maybe. Yeah. Yes, that is the Eagle Force Castle. Amazing. Definitely a prized possession. But all right, let's get into it. So this wasn't really a reveal, so I'm just gonna put this here anyway and talk about it for a minute. But what do you guys think of this beachhead / quick kick Night Force? I am on the fence as to buy it. I have Quick Kick, I have Beachhead. Love both characters, so maybe another one's good. Some of the designs I like. Certainly having a Quick Kick that has shoes is always cool. One thing that I am interested in here is that it looks like they gave him actual Chinese stars or shuriken, right? Instead of that stupid. Does anybody like? I kind of hate that shit where they put it on like a row of like it looks like he's throwing them. That's just not for me. Like that's not because I'm not taking photos with him yet. Not necessarily. I am more. I want to play with him, so I want him to have the shuriken so he can just toss them. And then if he has those, I'm buying it. Like again, like another thing that excites me a little bit about the beachhead, he's got grenades, but it's beachhead. He looks good. But we see hard pass, Robert. Yeah, you're like me. I don't buy everything. Believe it or not, I do not buy everything. I don't need everything. But but 49 and Brian says you pre-ordered, love it. Yeah, I'm on the fence. I might actually buy it. I don't think it's gonna be my first. What I'm gonna probably do is wait if it goes on sale. Although I think it already sold out, right? So yeah, I think it's cool. It's cool. I'm digging the idea of that Night Force, right? So that Night Force is going up against weird, supernatural, bizarre stuff, and kind of more crazy things. So that's maybe why he's got that weird mask, right? He's got the Bruce Lee, yeah, Chris. The Bruce Lee. He is monolith the Bruce Lee with the face paint. Which movie? I'm not sure, but buying it to keep my collection complete. Yeah, okay. You're one of the suckers that gets that. They got you on that one, right? You just have to buy everything then. Yeah. I know the feeling. I think if I had like more disposable cash that I could just be blowing on everything, I probably would just buy it just to complete. But I'm not yet at the completionist stage because I don't want to like there's stuff I don't even have that I want. And so I'm just like, because I'm like, I'm not trying to be spending like thousands of dollars every month on G.I. Joe. It's just, I know it's so cheap. What do you want? So, you primarily buy Cobra. I gotta admit, Cobra has the best stuff. Cobra is always the best stuff. So yeah, I mean, like, come on, this thing is amazing. Anyway, so I'm on the fence. It's a pretty. I think it's a pretty good set, though. It's certainly not like there's other of these repaint bullshit sets that I wouldn't even touch. Like Jay Combs, they get you on the Niall and Spirit, Blue Spirit bullshit, Spirit and wearing blue. Because that to me was a very like lazy ass. That was some lazy ass repaint shit. Like the Mad Marauders stuff. It's like, why do we even need a new team for Sergeant Slaughter? You got the Renegades, just like amp up the Renegades, like make some of your craziest figures, or push them into Renegades, or Mad Marauder. Why do we need it? And then we have blue. It just makes no sense. Like a light blue. Why? Okay, no, that was lame. All right. So let's see. Next in line. Okay, so now we're actually into the stuff they revealed, right? They've revealed over the past 2 weeks. And yes. Oh yes, welcome. Thanks for coming. Yeah. I'm only like the fourth time ever doing this, so whatever. I've been on a couple other people's shows here and there. Okay, so let's go into now. We're actually in this stuff, which is this is what they revealed, right? So this is everything they revealed in the last couple weeks, and only 3 toy lines. Okay, you doing 3 toy lines? GI Joe and Action Force. What's SWVC? Why do I not? Oh, Star Wars Vintage Collection, obviously. Okay, GI Joe, Action Force. Yes. So I just found out that I actually am live 20 minutes away from the Action Force Valaverse warehouse or headquarters, and I'm going to visit next week. So I'll be checking out their warehouse. Got a little invite from Bobby Valla a week ago, and I've been working on because we're actually working on doing the mythology of Action Force Valaverse. And I did one on the Action Force. May have seen the mythology of Action Force, but I'm also looking into the mythology of Valaverse Action Force, which is actually very interesting. I don't know if anybody's read the comics. Really unique story. You get a very so it's like the United States has collapsed, and the United States of America has become these like different factions, and they're all living in a so like sort of like really states, right? And there's like militias, and then the whole world is like, oh shit, America's a powder keg, it's going to blow up. So they create an action force to combat these new forces that are possibly going to turn America into like a powder keg. That's like the gist of the story. It's a very cool story. Yeah, I'm in Rhode Island. I'm in Cranston, Rhode Island. That is why I'm wearing a Hot Weiners t-shirt. It's because I am a Rhode Islander. So yeah, yeah. Valaverse nails it with the figures. Yeah, I got a couple of Valaverse figures. Only a few so far. Praetorian, incredible, and absolutely beautiful. And Pandora, absolutely like adore that figure. So if anyone's talking about Action Force, Valaverse Action Force, highly recommend their figures. There's no bendy weapons in Valaverse, right? So you got the bendy weapons all over. They did a better job. They did a better job lately, but the Valaverse weapons are actually so stiff you can like stab yourself with one. I stabbed myself with one of those things. What do you get? What do you get if you subscribe now? Thanks. Thank you. I guess I don't know if I've had things to give. Imagine that. Oh, you're in Westerly. Nice. Okay, Cranston. Yeah. The rest of these like 20 minutes, half hour, 40 minutes for me. So, does it look good? Okay. What's with the? Okay, can I ask a question about the Mad Marauders 2-pack? Why does Spirit have a new bird? Did Spirit did Freedom die? Like this, or is he just like 2-time in Spirit Freedom with Niall, whatever it is? Okay, I got another question about Rhode Island. Then we'll go on to the next thing. But famous buffet. I think you're talking about the Nordic Lodge. When the Nordic Lodge is a famous buffet in Rhode Island that when I was in high school cost $50, which means that now it's got to be like 300. But it's all you can eat filet mignon, lobster, big stuffed shrimp. Like it's like real high end, really good buffet food. But it's got to be like, I can't even imagine how expensive it is. Anyway, so let's talk about all right. So these are the reveals here. Getting on the topic off of Rhode Island. Well, you can talk about Rhode Island if you want. Oh yeah, okay. Freedom is the day shift bird. That makes sense. Niall is the night shift bird. Is Niall even a different kind of bird? Or is he still a bald eagle? What is he? I didn't buy him because I don't know. That's weird. So, wait, no, the Nordic Lodge is officially 125. That's not that bad. That does not feel as crazy of inflation because $50, 30 years ago would get you to probably more than 125. So that's not too bad. I'm gonna have to check it out. But my thing is like my kids will want to go with me, and then that will be like a $500 day. I'm not doing that shit. Nope. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you subscribing. As with most YouTube channels, most people are not subscribed. You always look at it, you're like, some people watch, most of your videos and don't subscribe, and it helps. The subscribing absolutely helps. I appreciate it. As my growing, almost close. I'm closing in on 25,000 subscribers right now, which is pretty good because I've been doing this 2 years, I guess, something like that. Yeah. So, let's see. Good question. What is currently the most valuable GI Joe classified figure? Does anybody know? I want to say, is it this guy? He would run you a couple hundred. I know Snow Job is very hard to get, but I think this guy runs a couple hundred, so you're going to pay at least 200 for this guy. But there's probably others that are more valuable even than him. Fantastic figure, by the way. $200. I should not have spent on this guy. Pissed off that I had to spend it. This is a current theme with Hasbro, is that I'm very often angry that they're making me spend twice as much on something because they can't possibly put the right amount on Hasbro Pulse on time. Ridiculous. Okay. So yeah. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so let's get into this. So we see Serpentor and Retro Whoops, no, that's oops. Sorry, I just lost something. Okay. Serpentor and Retro Snake Eyes are the two most valuable. That makes some sense, I guess. Okay. So yeah, so let's get into this is the actual order of the stuff that came out. I'm getting back to it. Here's what the bottom of the list for me. Bottom list for me. Okay. The toilet with guns, man. It's I mean, I'm not the first person to say this. It's a porta potty. That thing is for some reason the Cobra one worked a bit better for me. You know, if I ever got one, which nobody gets it. So oh, thanks for joining us. Welcome. So yeah, I'm not too impressed. I mean, this thing is like, it looks pretty good. You get the gun that came with the vamp, which falls apart all the time, by the way. I'm going to tell you, if like the vamp, love the vamp, but the gun falls off all the time, falls apart all the time. When you play with these things, like these things you should be able to play with toys, right? And so when you're when you're smashing into things, right, and you're like that, there's no way that that's not coming off. Okay. So we have excuse me, the turd, totally unappealing reuse display, right? Now the idea is that you're supposed to be able to buy as many of these as you can, and so you can make a fortress out of them. But skipping the outhouse, first of all, you can't get them. They're going to be out of stock. You're going to get one. Maybe you get two. If you buy them right off the bat, you can get like three of them. Okay. And then it's not going to be like amazing fortress. It's just going to be like 3 porta potties in a row. So all your guys can take shits together. Like that's basically what you're getting. It's not going to be a fortress. You're not going to do anything. There's no, how do you make that a fortress? It's the same thing. You need like bridges and like other pieces and other elements. Then you could make a fortress out of it. Now they're going to do that. I'm all in. I think the Cobra, of the two, I would buy the Cobra one first. The Cobra one looks way better. So okay. All right, so I this is a good comment here. Pretty much have my personal childhood nostalgia based collection done. Yeah, and you just need Dalzone, Zarte, and Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah, for me, you know, I think I sort of started with this idea that that this is about nostalgia, and I'm certainly like, that's why I don't really buy like the 60th anniversary figs. I don't get those things because not because they're great. They look incredible. They look like some of the best figures they have, but they just don't push the nostalgia button for me because they're not characters I cared about or characters at all. Oh, this is a good one. They should have included toilet paper. That would have been awesome. I think that would have been really fun. Just go right into it, as this is the toilet paper. Go right in. So so for me, it started out with nostalgia. It's like what pushes the buttons, and pushes the buttons is those characters. But I'm kind of enjoying that they come out with things that we didn't have. You know, they're making stuff up and they're sort of building out the world. So this just it's just okay, you know. Here we go. We got the scorpions attacking, and it's just a lot of reuse, which is always not the most exciting thing to me in the world. So, anyway, so it's all right. I think like I said, if I had to get everything, I would be happy getting one. Does Gridiron have toilets? That's pretty cool. Okay. Did you see the new Gridiron line that came out, by the way? So there's a Gridiron at Big Bad Toy Stores. Gridiron is actually making their action figures. And the guy who created Gridiron, I forget his name, made one that looks like him. And he's got like, he's loaded out. Yeah, they're going to be yet another line if you want to build out your worlds of G.I. Joe. You get a lot of options now. Does anybody do that, by the way? I know a couple of you said Action Force. You buy the Action Force stuff. I have bought a couple Action Force stuff. I've been eyeing Monster Force. I really, really want some Monster Force stuff, but it seems like it's never in stock or it's coming in like next year or something. So I will get it. I will get it eventually. So, okay. Let's see. Don't matter the disparaging comments. It will sell out. This, or are you talking about the snow cat? It probably will. You're probably right. It's going to sell out. Well, they don't make enough of them. They don't make enough of anything, so it's all going to sell out, I guess, except for the Stinger. So anyway, let's look at the next one in line. So these are the big reveals, everything we just got, and I'm going to put at the bottom of the list. There's these figures. This is probably no surprise. Is the Grim Viper. Now I don't think it's one. I guess it does look awesome. I gotta admit, it looks great. What do you guys think of the Grim Viper? It looks cool. I love the skull. Actually, when I first saw the render, he looked really kind of lame. But now that I see him, the contrast of the face with the green body, he does look very cool. My problem is I never got a range viper. I had a very hard time finding the range viper, and so that pissed me off. And so like I'm getting this instead. What do you guys think? This is cool. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Hey, because I honestly, I'm totally new to this, so I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to react to you and read chat and talk, but not like meander, because I could very easily meander. And I did talk about Hot Weiners for like 20 minutes, so that was probably that was just a weird sidetrack here. And then we talked about Rhode Island, and my daughter came on. So there's been but I'm trying to figure this shit out. Anyway, so yeah, what do you think? Yeah, this year's classified are awesome. I actually think it's the best year so far on the absolutely do love it. So okay, this is kind of how I feel. Okay, like the Grim Viper, hate that he's just a kid bash. Yeah, it's okay. Oh yeah, of course this is gonna come up. This might be like the first video I ever did, by the way, that did well at all, and was talking about Hooded Cobra Commander. I think we're gonna get a Hooded Cobra Commander. I thought for a while it was a no, that we would never get a Hooded Cobra Commander, but I actually started to started to feel that maybe we will. I think that it's just a matter of time. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. All right. So yeah, I think we're gonna get Hooded Cobra Commander. By the way, I don't know if you all know that if you check out the Monster Force stuff, I didn't realize this. I didn't put two and two together. But big the Fresh Monkey Fiction is making ways for you to get characters they're not going to produce in the classified line right now. So they're not out. None of them are out yet. But what I noticed in if you look up Operation Monster Force, well, we've known for a while that you can get all of the Action Force villains, the Red Shadows, are coming as the Order of the Crimson Mood. But they actually came out with a Dr. Venom. So they have Dr. Venom right now. You can pre-order him. He's not out right yet, but he's basically like a scientist. He has a werewolf face. He has two faces. One's a redheaded guy, and then one's but he's got a syringe, and then he's got a case with some. But if you look, he's included with a second head, and the second head is absolutely no lie. They're 100% making a Dr. Venom figure. So if you're like me and is obsessed with the comic book, you can get a Dr. Venom figure pre-ordered right now. So that's probably more exciting than this fucking Grim Viper, that's for sure. All right, let's go on next to the. Oh, that is a great idea. That kind of sells me on this. I am army building the Grim Viper so they can be led by Shadow Tracker. That is a great idea. Yeah, Shadow Tracker is incredible. So I was playing with Shadow Tracker today, frankly. So, yeah. Oh yeah, Monster Force has the red shadows. Yes, absolutely. They have the red shadows. They have Cobra Commander, Hooded Cobra Commander in two versions. One like black, one white. They have got a zombie Viper. I'm sorry, zombie Cobra Soldier, and they have Dr. Venom. All of that you can get in the pre-order spot. This is a good question, Michael, and I feel the same way often. How y'all buy these? How you still have any whiskey money left over? I do have a little bit of whiskey money. And just so I'm not like shit faced or anything, I'm just a little moderate, in moderation, my friends, in moderation. Dr. Venom's hairline should look like it. His hairline, it is exactly Dr. Venom, by the way. I wish I grabbed a picture of it. I could have shown you, but it's great. It's exactly a perfect Dr. Venom figure in the 6-inch line. It'll be great. So for adding them all, because I don't know if we'll get him. If we get a Dr. Venom and he doesn't come with a brainwave scanner, something's wrong. They've done something wrong at that point. That is just crazy. So anyway, Grim Viper, is he a pass for you? Or what do you think? I'll probably get him, but let's go next in line. I'm going to put Sci-Fi, and yes, you did. Welcome. Okay. Sci-Fi. Now, okay, telling you right now, none of this is a negative. None of this is a negative, right? This is just he's at the bottom because everything else is good. Having a whiskey. Oh, nice. We're a little whiskey together. Yeah. This is actually, I'm more of a bourbon guy. So this is, what is this? Elijah Craig. Not bad. It's all right. It's decent. Yeah. Okay. Question when he's drinking, it can be. Yeah, it could be also a bad idea. I'm not gonna drown like just a little sip. Right? Anyway, so yeah, what do you all think of the Sci-Fi? Here's okay, nitpicky. I'm just gonna nitpick because what is the point of not if you're gonna talk about this stuff, you gotta give a little opinion. Having said that, everything they're doing, I'm amazed. It's cool, very happy. This is my feeling exactly. Sci-Fi is cool. But why give me Sci-Fi when we could have had Flash? Flash is just a cooler look. Sci-Fi he's like crazy looking, right? And I understand if you like him because he's got a crazy look. He's this bright green. He looks very space agey. And I've never been a huge fan as opposed to like Flash. And Flash has been like one I've been like dying to get for so damn long. Why are they not have Flash? Oh yeah, you agree? Yeah, Flash more. I'm glad we have him. He's great. The other thing I'm going to admit about this figure that I would say, I'm just going to this is my preference. I understand they went this direction, and they went this direction, and it's a different direction from what I would go with. And it's not bad, but that's not a laser gun. That's not a laser gun. That's not what a laser gun does. That's a force blast. Fucking, I don't know what the hell. That's like Goju. That's fucking Dragon Ball Z shit. Okay, you said I would like the Joes to be military. Yeah, I like Flash's laser is a great. To me, that's like I like G.I. Joe to be just slightly more advanced than the military is, just a hair slight. I think that's interesting. And lasers are certainly believable. I think do they use lasers? I don't think they use lasers at all. They probably so, but they don't really necessarily. We got some sci-fi fans in here. Yeah, he's pretty cool, but that is not right. That's not a laser. One of the other things is if you read the file card, it doesn't actually fit because Flash. Obviously, Sci-Fi talks about on his card about how he's so focused because the whole thing about a laser, which is cool in the GI Joe world, It's not lasers like Star Wars. It's like it's a concentrated beam. So like you're trying to take out a HISS tank. You shoot it with a machine gun, bounces off. You shoot it with an anti-tank weapon, maybe it still doesn't hit. He could like laser focus on that shit, right? Bore a hole through the oil tank and blow the whole thing up just by like he sits there, he focuses, he goes like that for like 2 minutes, and then it just eats through, or he can cut through doors. That's what I think he should be, and it actually talks about that on his file card that he is so focused that he's so still he can just sort of, and that's how he should be using it. But that is like that's some like Dragon Ball Z shit, right? That's not a laser gun. That's not a GI Joe laser gun anyway. But I appreciate they did something different. All right, next in line here is a mainframe, and I don't know what do you guys think of this mainframe. I'm gonna say he's pretty cool. He's exactly what we had as a kid. To me, he's one of those where like that feels exactly what, with some new details here and there. My only thing I would say is in this new world, like when you gotta think about when mainframe came out, it was kind of just the beginning of this talk of like when we knew computers were going to be taking over the battlefield. And I mean, I'm sure they were involved, but you're going to have computers being involved in battle, right? And this, when he came out, 86, I want to say 86, he came out. We're just the beginning of that. Now it's 2025, and like you don't need one of him, you need like 30, because this is the battlefield, right? And it feels like they could have decked him out with more things like odd, weird sci-fi like computer thing where you could plug into computers and hack and have different maybe gear on him. But he's good. Yeah. With some fans here. Yeah, okay. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, Melted Copper, welcome. Yeah. I mean, again, mainframe is another great figure. Yeah, I'm just like, I nitpick. Some people can say, oh, it's negative. I'm just not like everything's rosy all the fucking time. It's just nitpicky because it's interesting. I feel like it's interesting to talk about what maybe they could have done differently, but it's great. Everything, I really have no qualms here other than my big qualm with Hasbro. I got several. Actually, I have a few complaints with Hasbro. Do you have complaints here? What do you think they need to do better? Number one, we can all agree on, they need to actually put out the product. Like, for once, they need to actually put it in a store, send it to us on time. Don't put it for pre-order and then tell me 6 months later that it's coming. Give it to me in like, which chick was he supposed to be with? All right, I'm gonna let you people in the comments know, because I know you know. Who should he be with? Does anybody know? Oh, yeah, okay. I think we got it. Who's Mainframe's girlfriend? Although he's got to fight it out because a lot of people like this particular woman, and that is Zorana. Right? So in the cartoon, Mainframe and Zorana have like a weird like thing going on, but in the comic book, Zorana is Road Pig's girlfriend. By the way, did you all know that? Road Pig's girlfriend. He has multiple personalities, and there's Donald, and then there's Road Pig, and he and one's like a child, and one's like an English professor, right? And he has like he's very childlike, but he's obsessed with Zorana. So that's how I like that one better than. But I mean, does he look like Zorana's type to you? I don't think he's Zorana's type. Yes, very nice. Yes, yep, Zorana. Anyway, so pretty cool. Okay, next in line we have Wetsuit. What do y'all think of the Wetsuit version? I think overall it's pretty great. Again, this is like they're kind of nailing it. It's exactly what we wanted, right? Exactly what we wanted. And it's more Road Pig's infatuation. She's his girlfriend, yeah, in there. But I think you know why she's kind of like uses him, because Zorana is like, if Road Pig's your boyfriend, nobody's fucking with you. Not even you don't want to fuck with Zorana anyway. She's going to be she did. She reciprocated. Yeah, they were into it. She was into it. I don't know if like what they're doing here, but they did have a thing in the comic book, only in the comic book here. Anyway, any quirks? Anything you would do differently on this wetsuit? I got two little tiny things here. Overall, looks great. It looks like apparently you can put the what do they call one of the things what he uses to swim forward. It doesn't look exactly the way we had as a kid. I kind of like the original better, sadly. But it is, it's like propels him through the water. Two little complaints here. Tiny complaints. Not complaints, but Road Pig is a simp. Road Pig is 100% a simp. I mean, who wouldn't simp for Zorana though? Come on, let's face facts. Yeah, okay. Whoops, whoops, like the wrong one here. Can't wait to have wetsuit next to Leatherneck. Yes, you notice in the cartoon, Leatherneck and wetsuit have this very bizarre relationship where they're always bickering, and this is the one thing I think I would have liked them to go with. Wetsuit had a little fro. He had like a little Richard Simmons fro in the cartoon. I kind of wish they had like called back to that little fro action. My other problem with it is I would have liked what I was thinking they were going to do with him, because one thing in the wetsuit sucked about wetsuit as a figure when you're a kid, no weapons. He just had no weapons. He came with a flashlight and the swim thing, right? They could have put like a torpedo or something on this swimming thing. That would be cool. Just like sci-fi it up just a little bit, having a little torpedo or spear gun or something on it, right? So he's got that. And then like if you look at his weapon, what do they give him? So there he is with his little swimming pack, whatever it's called. Right, yes. He needs that curl hair. Yeah, we need that. We need a little curly hair. That would have been fun. Not responding to that melted copper. Not responding to that. That's right. Yes. Kind of. Oh, wait. Chris here. We get a Hasbro sucks at being a toy company. Yes, they really do. I think it was great. Like, I love the people that work there, right? They tease us with limited pre-orders. There's no modern media for G.I. Joe to bring in the kids. The limited amount is the worst part yet. They really suck. I think like the team is good and they are stuck with the corporate shit. And I have being a Rhode Islander, I live right next to Hasbro, right? So I live and have lived my whole life around Hasbro. And I could say, and I also I teach film. I teach filmmaking. So, oh yeah, this is a good point. His afro is more Hasselhoff. He needed a Hasselhoff fro. 100%, Corey. 100%. He needed the Hasselhoff fro. Anyway, I know because I worked in film a little bit, like not really, but like I know a lot of film people. I know 30, 40 people who worked at Hasbro. Okay. And no one has a nice thing to say. I couldn't tell you one person who did not leave Hasbro screaming and bitter and angry. So, but I don't think it's the people. I think like the people that are, it's the management, it's the big corporate culture, and as most corporate cultures suck, unfortunately ruins it. So, you say he's got some curls. Okay, he's got some curls. That's good. That's good. So is that pistol? This is my one problem with the figure. Is a real German auto pistol. Yeah, it looks like one. They said it was like a dart gun or something. I think on one of the streams. It's a very strange looking gun. I feel like this guy going to battle with a little flashlight and a pistol is not a good plan for him. I feel like he needs like a real weapon, an underwater weapon. Yeah. Okay. I think you need to go bang on their front door and tell them to piss off on the exclusives. Yes, I will. I will do that, and that's probably why I'll never interview anybody Hasbro, because I've already said enough things to piss them off. So, but whatever you're gonna do. Let's see. Why has G.I. Joe 9 the same success as other 80s properties when it comes to cartoon? Oh, you mean with like the reboots? Yeah, because we've gotten some really good reboots of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers, and He-Man, and some really horrible ones of all of those too, we could say. Yes. Anyway. Oh, yes. Good night. It is probably getting late. I should probably get through all of this. But yes. Thanks for coming. E-worthy. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, he does need a devilfish here. But yeah, it's a good point. So pretty great. My only qualms here. This thing could have been better. Could have had some sort of weapon on it. It just needs more of a substantial weapon. I mean, you can't go in fighting eels with just a pistol and a knife. It just doesn't make any sense. All right. So now we're getting down to the last few. My last let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 reveals. And this is my ranking. I don't know what you thought. My next in line, most exciting reveal has to be, and I was actually blown away by this guy, the Ghost Viper. I mean, come on, this thing is absolutely nuts. I love Bob Ross fro. Yeah, it's kind of a Bob Ross fro. They would have got Bob Ross. Now you wouldn't have been able to put the helmet on that shit though. You'd have, that's a substantial fro. But yeah, this thing blew me away. I don't know what you all think about it. I mean, on the hand that I guess it's okay. So that pistol is an SPP-1 underwater pistol. Okay, that's pretty cool. I feel like he needs an underwater machine gun. So okay, Benning says we did also find out, this is probably one of the worst things that we saw at the show here at SDCC, is that we were hoping there was a rumor of an Energon Universe cartoon, and he denied it. That doesn't mean they're not coming out with one. That just means they're like, it's not ready yet, or it's not coming out yet. It doesn't mean in 2 years they're going to come out. They're not going to come out with it. Now, here's the only thing. We absolutely need it. It has to happen because the future of G.I. Joe depends on there being some sort of media presence that doesn't suck. You will never get a good G.I. Joe movie because fucking Donna Bonaventure still owns the copyright. So you're screwed. You're not gonna have any chance of a good movie. You could have a great TV show though, especially if anybody watches Invincible. I'm a Kirkman fan and I watch Invincible. So the idea that he could get you could do, like, if you imagine they actually let Hasbro would probably never let them do this, is the other problem. If they did an R-rated G.I. Joe Energon Universe Transformers show, holy fuck. I mean, that would be it. It would become a phenomenon. I think it would, honestly, they would get more fans than they've ever had, because the story is there. I think we all know that the reason we love it is because it is a great story. It's as great a story as a lot of other things. It's the greatest story as Transformers and He-Man and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Star Wars. It's greater than the Disney Star Wars. So although that doesn't say a lot, but yeah. So anyway, getting back to this, you say I want 3 of these. I want 3 of these too. This is one of those things where the fact that they made it, you almost want 3 because you want one. They've got like this great weird helmet that looks very futuristic and creepy. And then you've got underneath that a Viper helmet, but it's got a glow in the dark skull face. So I need one with that. And then I want one with the head. So now if you're not familiar with this, basically what this is these are Crystal Ball's troops. He uses a dire technology. I don't remember what it stands for. And that technology is, so these are not like, I know like it looks very sci-fi and ridiculous, but the idea is that this is actually just fear projections. So it's similar to what Crystal Ball's doing. He's using fear. He's using a technology. So he's like hypnotizing people and attacking them with fear. So what happens is these guys go out. They're just soldiers, but they're using technology and like toxins and shit. And they're going out and they're like looking like werewolves or vipers and shit. And yeah, this is all new made up lore. All new made up lore. I love it. I'm glad they're doing new stuff. They're not dead. No, they're actually just, so this, the idea is like, I know we could all complain that when it gets too sci-fi, I've been guilty of that in the past. But the idea is like, it's just a toxin that makes you think scary shit's happening. Totally believable that can happen. Yes, this is Crystal Ball's squad. Yeah, so I think it's very cool. And this is also the whole idea is Night Force. The Night Force guys are like, are there to fight supernaturally stuff. That's why they originally were fighting. It's like this, yeah, very good. The Scarecrow gas from Batman. It's a believable thing to me. To me, it's like not as it's not out of the realm of possibility of something that could exist. So I mean, it's ridiculous, but it's also like I'm sorry, it's not really believable. It's believable within the context of GI Joe, which has always been military fantasy. So it's like military with some weirdness. Yeah, I like that. These are called the miss the miss the drop. What are they called? These are the I think they're called the ghost vipers. Yeah, very excited about these. But what you're going to see in this next image is you can see they can like put on the heads. So you have like a werewolf and you've got like a cobra and they have these claw hands and the ghost vipers and they're just they use this. It's like they get gas or something. I think that comes out and shows them, allows them to, appear like monsters. They're not monsters. It's not going the Cobra La route, but it is doing this. So I'm pretty excited about these guys. They look wild. I'll have a blast with those and kind of on 3 or 4 of them. All right, next in line here. So last three big, three in a row. 3, 2, 1. Third favorite drop here is got to be Pythona. This thing is awesome and really, really excited about this thing. So cool. Oh, the head swaps also fit Crystal Ball. That makes sense because you kind of want more things that Crystal Ball can do. He's got like the Cthulhu head right now that you can. If I ever had my Crystal Ball, I would get it. Then that would be very cool. Now you can give him a werewolf head or claws or whatever. So very cool. This figure is sick. Yeah, this thing is really insane. So I'm in love with this. I've been waiting for this figure for a while. But mostly I'm excited because they gave her like everything. They gave her like every accessory known to man. Like, so all the stuff she uses in the cartoon, that thing she throws a bunch of like leeches on, or what are those like eels, I guess, flying out and grabbing people. Then she also has in the box here, she's got these 2 spinning blades. So these are like these circular, you can see the little circular pink weapons. Those are like spinning blades. Now everything in Cobra La is organic material. So they've got her body suits, completely new sculpt, and she's got like organic armor. She also has that hood. So she's got that very cool hood that's got like the little slit for her eyes. And then she has many different things. So she has like she's got the jewel she gives to the Dreadnoks. So that's how you see that little jewel up at the top. Yeah, she's got soft goods. So cool and really, really cool. And we got she also has like one of the things she can throw it lands on the face and it actually fits right on the face of a GI Joe character. So cool. They also gave her the only miss here for me. The only miss is yes, there we go. They should have given her a gem to answer all of Zartan's questions. Yes. Even people who don't love Cobra La must appreciate the Python opening scene in the movie. Yeah. So I've always had like for me, I don't know how you all feel about Cobra La. Some people, I think a lot of people like the more just straight up military GI Joe, and so having a Cobra La is too weird for them. But one thing I have to say is, for me, it's like I've always felt that way. I want it to be like just a little weird. I don't like Cobra Commander being in a weird alien race. I like him being a used car salesman who created a pyramid scheme. That to me is the Cobra origin story. So to have this be the Cobra origin story is not for me. But having said that, for me, I don't know if you did this too, because I used to use the figures when I had them as a kid. I always said, screw that. I made them like genetic experiments from Dr. Mindbender, and I used them as a different type of thing and retained the original Cobra origin story. You hate everything Cobra La and the G.I. Joe movie. I love the G.I. Joe movie. They do such a good job. Okay, and you gave it to, right? And that's the other thing is like I feel the same way too. I don't hate it. I still love the movie, but it's not like, to me, it's not where I would go story-wise. But if you read the new Energon universe, it does such a good job of really making it feel realistic in a way. Not realistic, it's ridiculous, but it fits in a realistic, very dark R-rated world. And so it's very fun, and it really elevates Cobra La. So even if you're like on the fence of Cobra La and you read the new comics, you may change your mind a little bit. Yeah, Serpentor was okay, but Cobra La is just jumping the shark. That's why Larry Hama felt. Larry Hama did not use Cobra La. He just flat out refused. So it was one of the things he just said, nope, not doing it. Never had any of it in there. But my only qualm with this figure, I think it's amazing. And like I said, these are nitpicky things because I think this is as good as it's going to get. This is as good as they give her like drippy hands. You're going to see a hand that has like green fingers, and at one point, she has two hands that have giant claws. I would have preferred those two hands that had the claws. That would have been a very cool addition because it would be very fun to have her, and fighting Jinx with those giant claw hands. That would have been a nice hand addition. I mean, the fingernails should be like this long. So imagine that she has hands, or the fingernails are just like a foot long each. They could have done that. So, okay, so yes. So Will says the Energon comics did make me accept Cobra La, right? I mean, it's like I went into the Energon universe comics going like, nah, this isn't my GI Joe, this isn't my GI Joe. But then after reading him, I was like, all right, you got me. Okay, my number 2 favorite reveal here, and that is Short Fuse and Steeler. So excited to actually have Short Fuse and Steeler. I think a couple of us talked about first figure ever was Short Fuse. I don't know why. It feels like a lot of people's first figure was Short Fuse. Maybe it's just like that was one of the easiest one to get or something. Or maybe he stood out because he had a weird weapon rather than, just a gun. So she had a huge conch shell. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're put Pythona and Serpentor actually an item. That's a good question. I feel like there might have been a little hint on that. There was some sort of like a little, but Pythona is like the Emperor's court. She like brings messages for the Emperor, right? For Globulus, that's her job. Anyway, yeah, this is a perfect set. Finally, it looks like they're going to finally give us the original 13. Now we only have 3 left. After this, I believe 3 left, right? We have Zap, Grand Slam, and Flash. So how are they going to give us Grand Slam, Flash? I can only assume we're going to get a Hal. Then they'll put Grand Slam in the Hal. I think that would be great. And we got to get Flash has to be a mainline figure without a doubt. And Zap, again, mainline, I'm not sure. But yeah, so this is your best reveals. I think if you're in the military thing, if you like the military like unit, this is great. Now they're describing these as green shirts, and I think the reason why is they make for a troop builder pack, so you could, if you wanted to, buy several of these, swap heads. I was given a bunch of extra figures, and what I've done is they keep including those like Steel Brigade heads with everything. I just put them on anytime I have a double of a figure, so I got like an army of Steel Brigade guys. So they're just but. Haha, that was not meant to be read live. Yes, that's why I'm reading it. Okay, but yeah, this is a great set. Everything about this set is fantastic. I think the face sculpts nail it. They absolutely nail it. I think Short Fuse's glasses. He look like his comic book portrayal. So they could. The only thing is maybe with Steeler, some sort of reference to World Without End, G.I. Joe cartoon would have been nice. Just something. So, but yeah, very excited about that. And that leads us to the last absolute number 1 is this thing, man. Come on. I need like 3 of these at least. I just can't. Blown away by this set. First of all, Desert Scorpion is one of the coolest, weirdest looking things I've ever seen. It was a cool figure when you're a kid. I think that was one of the last like really cool figures. But man, this thing's awesome. Oh, Steel Brigade is the G.I. Joe's Vipers. Yeah, I like to have a lot of them and just kill them off. For me, that's just for me like having. I want the heroes to just murder. I want the villains have to have people to murder because I can't bring myself to kill like Quick Kick or something. I just so I just need bodies for Destro to just wrist rocket and Dreadnoughts to tear apart. But yeah, super in love with I'm in love with these Desert Scorpions. Absolutely, yes, looks fantastic, right? First of all, the Scorpion is insane. That Scorpion, and like just like give us like 5 of them. But what I also think that they did, which is kind of genius, we got a few people. Yes, looks fucking fantastic. Surprised I would like this guy this much. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of looking forward to it. But yeah, so I mean, look at this. They really outdone themselves here. Soft goods, cool gear, enormous, nasty scorpion, faceplate, love it. Yeah, that's the other thing is you can build a squad of these guys because you could have 4 or 5 different looks just from the combo of this thing. You could take the face mask off and put like a human face on it, so you can have like a leader. Then you got your that cape, whatever hood, whatever it is, which looks great. Could be put on. You could put it with a hood on, put it with off, and you got excuse me, 2 or 3 of these, I think, and just have an army of scorpions too. So was the OG Scorpion a bot? No, the OG Scorpion was a really shitty little scorpion, but the later Scorpion was an actual bot. It was very cool. There was like a later one, which even had like the hands of the Scorpion could become his hands, and he had like machine gun hands. And that thing was amazing. Honestly, the Robot Scorpion one, I thought they might go Robot Scorpion route, but they didn't. They went this route. I think I would have preferred a robot, but this is awesome. Come on. Anyway, excuse me. Anyway, so I guess that's it. That's my number one. What else? What do y'all think was your favorite? Let me know your favorite in the comments. Excuse me, I'm choking. I'm like have to drink bourbon to now make my voice be able to speak. Okay, but all right. Well, it's getting late, guys and folks. So thank you for joining me once again. I really appreciate it. It was fun talking to you as always. And yeah, let me know if you want me to keep doing these or you want me to do something. Love to hear your feedback. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Any last words? All right. Well, thank you. Okay. All right. I guess I'll end it. All right. Well, thanks a lot. See you guys next time. Next time I might try to bring in a guest or something, do like an little interview. I have got an idea that actually sound really fun, which is I want to look at like things on vintage G.I. Joe figures that you couldn't figure out what the hell it was. Like, what is a Televiper's gun? What does it do? What the hell is that thing? And how is it supposed to work? Thanks a lot. Thank you. All right, we'll end on this hot wiener. Yeah, that's the best way to end it. All right. So thanks a lot. Thank you for everybody for showing up. Appreciate that. Thanks.